Kidding. Cool. Well, hey guys, those are some great numbers, especially here in November. I mean, good job. Seriously, give yourself a hand. I mean, like that was a lot of openings, and you guys already know the importance of this time of year and what it does for your business and what it's going to do for your family here as we go into the next year. What I want to talk to you guys about is something that I don't think I've touched enough on. And it's about the biggest battle and really what separates each one of us personally in our lives from success. And what it is it's improving on yourself. You know, I'm taking numbers on listings, escrows, closings, buyers. But really the biggest battle that each one of us face every single day is the battle against ourselves. And as I look back on my career, about 16 years ago, I started on this journey of personal development, really trying to improve me and really looking in the mirror and being honest with myself and going, okay, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What do I want? And then embarking on that and being brave and have the courage to confront myself and say, hey, Derek, you say you want this, but your actions aren't showing that. You say you want this type of life. You say you're going to be able to take your kids here and take your wife there and do this and help those people and all that, but you're not doing it, dude, right? So I started challenging myself, and that has been and still is today the biggest challenge that I have. And as agents, we think, oh man, the challenge is getting that listing. It's having that buyer show up for the appointment, getting them pre-approved, having them not call Zillow, have them not call other agents. The biggest challenge, I'm telling you guys, is yourself and the battle that you wage against yourself every single day. And I think what's so tough about it, whether it's weight loss, it's a relationship, whether it's our business, whether it's our relationship with our kids or whatever it is, I think the biggest challenge is the fact that we all have failure, including me. I was talking to my son this weekend and he acted inappropriately with my wife. And I got home and he filled me in and he was just totally just broken down. He's 7 years old. And he's in there crying in his room, and I go in there and I'm like, hey buddy, what's going on? Survey the situation. I talked to him, and he basically told me, and it's heartbreaking to even talk about, but he basically told me he feels like he always fails. He's like, Dad, every day I can't do anything right. I mess up every day. And as a father, it absolutely breaks my heart. And so I'm laying there in bed with him this weekend, and I'm looking at him, I'm like, you know, you're not a failure. You're not messing up all the time. He's like, Dad, I mess up every single day. And I said, son, so do I. So does everybody that you know. They mess up every single day. They don't do the things that they're supposed to do, or they do the things that they say that they're not going to do or that they don't want to do. And he's like, really? Even you? And I'm like, yeah, me. Everyday battles. And he's like, it doesn't seem like it. And I'm like, well, maybe I should do a better job sharing with you, not only my successes, but maybe sharing my failures with my son. And so he was asking, well, what do you mess up on? You know what I mean? So it's easy to think about what I mess up on. And so I just spurted out some things, you know, hey, I told myself I wasn't going to eat this today, and I ended up eating. I told myself I was going to exercise this day. I didn't exercise this day. I know that I should have returned that call earlier, but I didn't do it. I delayed on that. And so I shared those with him. And it just reminded me of you guys here, because you guys are like my family, and I'm going, man, I hope I'm doing a good enough job, not only reminding them of their successes, but reminding you guys that you're gonna fail. You know what I mean? And that your biggest obstacle is gonna be going from failure to failure and keeping your enthusiasm up. It's easy to be positive when you're winning and everything's going your way and your week is great, right? I mean, Leslie's nodding her head. That's easy. What's not easy is when you're failing and you're going, man, am I doing the right things? Or man, that just happened. I just had 2 escrows fall out. You know what I mean? Or this or that. Going from failure to failure and keeping your enthusiasm is required for you guys to have success in whatever area of life that you're looking to improve in. Does that make sense? Right? And if you get in a state of mind, I was talking to somebody about it, but it's a vicious cycle. If you get into a state of mind, almost like my 7-year-old son was in this weekend, and all that you're doing is reminding yourself, because that big obstacle that I'm talking about, it's yourself. It's a little thing in their head that reminds you of your failures in the moment when your weakness, which is just so cruel of ourselves. You know, that little voice that goes, well, remember, you didn't get that listing, or you didn't close that escrow, or that buyer ended up with another agent. You're wasting your time. You're not going to reach your goal. right? You didn't say what you were going to do yesterday. You said you were going to make X amount of calls. You didn't do that, or last week or last month. And that's the hardest part, is that we are actually our biggest enemy. And the way that we overcome that, or the way that I've overcome it in my life, is I've had to program myself and wake up every single day and tell myself who I am. So every day, that's what when we talk about the affirmations and we talk about writing down your goals, that's not just some hocus pocus. That's because you need to be prepared for battle every day when you wake up, against yourself first, and then against the opposition of the world that they're going to bring against you. Does that make sense? Can you guys relate to what I'm saying? It's like, I know it happens to me. Something pops up and it didn't go the way I would want, and it's less now, but back then, it was bad. I would hop on myself right away. Derek, you're a freaking loser. You're $65,000 in credit card debt. You've been in the business 6 months, you haven't sold anything. Or you've been in the business 12 months and you've sold 3 homes, whatever the numbers were. And like even little things, like I would do open houses and I would start to get in my head and go, Derek, why are you even sitting in this open house? You're just wasting your time. These buyers, they're probably working with another agent. You're going to come in here, you're going to spend all this time and energy to try to convert them, try to help them, and then they're going to go down the street, go to another open house, and they're probably going to write an offer with that agent. And that's a disease. That is a serious disease, and it's terminal. If you do not get control of your thoughts, why even do anything? So you must program yourself every single day, because you are the only one that can wage that battle against yourself in your mind. So by doing your affirmations, by being a part of a group like we are, where you have encouragement, where you have people cheering you on, you have someone saying, good job, even though you may go, man, to reach my goal, I had to open up 4 escrows this past week. I only opened up 1. Maybe you're beating up on yourself. But hopefully hearing encouragement from me and your other team members and saying, hey, good job, man, you opened up an escrow? That's always a good thing. That's a win. We got to take these wins when we can get them. Maybe little things like that will help you to actually start to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in you, no matter how many buyers you talk to, no matter how many sellers you talk to, no matter how much you think you're faking out the person that you're talking to, they can feel it. You have to believe in yourself. And if you don't believe in you right now, if you don't believe in the process that you're doing, believe in me and believe that what I'm telling you is the truth. Believe in the results that you've seen in my business. Believe that I wouldn't misguide you. Believe that I want to see you do well. Believe that I want to see you financially free. Believe that I want to see you guys have the life that you deserve. When you look at your kids or you look in the mirror and you go, man, this isn't the life I want. How am I going to get there? Believe in me and believe that what I'm telling you is the truth, guys, because it is. So even if you're down and you're feeling like you don't believe in you and you feel like you're a failure, you believe like you're not doing the things that you're supposed to do, just know that I believe in you. And you wouldn't be on this team, I guarantee you, if I didn't believe that you had what it took. And I'm looking at each one of you right now in your face. I believe in you guys. So have the courage to come back from your failures. I wrote down a couple things over here. And I remember when I got in the business and the market crashed. And there's specifically, I remember an open house that I went to with an agent. And the open house, he was goofing off and I was goofing off. And we were really there. We were both playing pool in this homeowner's house at an open house. We weren't door knocking. We weren't taking turns prospecting. We were literally there playing pool. And I remember him talking about, let me call this other agent and invite them over. And I literally thought to myself, Derek, you're a loser. Look at what you're doing. You're here pretending like you're at work while your fiance is at home or at work or at school, which Jill was doing. But literally I was pretending and lying to myself that I was working when I knew in my heart I wasn't doing everything I could do. So in that moment, at that open house, we're playing pool, and I said to myself, Derek, you're not going to get what you want doing this. You're going to have exactly what this guy across from the pool table has from you, which is nothing, which is a bunch of failure covered up by a bunch of laughs and pretending like everything's okay. So I made a decision. I'm like, you know what? Forget pretending. Now I'm going to do the things that matter when no one's looking. And when you can do that, that's when you start to really build belief in yourself, because you know when you're lying to yourself. You know when you didn't give it 100% today. You know when you slept in, when you said you were going to get up early. You know what I mean? So that's how you start to build that belief and that strength. And something else that was different in that situation is that agent, he had somewhere to live. He was living with his dad. He had someone to help buy food and keep the heat on. I didn't have anybody. And that's when, looking across from him, I go, man. And if my first inclination was, he's a loser. And then I looked in the mirror and I go, Derek, you're the loser. He's got somebody to take care of him. I got nobody. I got a girl here that I'm saying, hey, I'm going to be your husband and take care of you. So I had to keep going. And then I had to start doing the things that had to be done in order to reach my goals. So, part of that is the mindset that you're not going to give up. You're not going to fail. Failure is not an option. You must start each day believing in yourself and setting in your mind the intention of what you're going to do, which is going to be, today I'm going to achieve this. Come hell or high water, I don't give a SH you know what. I'm getting the job done. I'm going to help these people, even though they didn't show up for our appointment. They said they wanted my help to buy this house. I set the appointment. I confirmed with them. They don't show up. Well, to hell with them, right? No. I'm going to reach my goal. I'm going to help that person. Now I'm going to follow up with them. I'm going to do everything I can to reach my goal. Failure is not an option. And that is an important mindset. And that's the mindset of a champion, which each one of you are. So that's what I got for you guys. Build up your belief. Know that you're worthy, right? Don't beat up on yourself when you're feeling down. It's good to be accountable, yes. But the biggest thing is winning these inner dialogues. You guys feel me? You're all worthy. You're all good enough. You're all special. You would not be here if you were not. So like I said, if you're in moments where you don't have the self-belief, know that I believe. And you guys know I'm always here for you. Anytime, call me. I'm here for you. I care about you. I'm looking at each one of you right now in your face. So that's what I got for you guys. So here is your new week. Here is your new opportunity, right? When we hang up this call, you're going to be challenged. I'm telling you right now, there's going to be a challenge this morning, something that's going to try to sidetrack you, something that's going to take you away from your intention, and you're going to have to make a decision. Am I going to let this sidetrack me? Am I going to let this change my state of mind? Am I going to let this stop me from doing what I said I need to do or what I need to do today? And those are the battles that we're all each going to wage as we get off this call. So I want you guys to be encouraged and have belief and know if you do fail, get back up and say, you know what, that's the last time that's going to happen. Right? Learn from it and improve. So, anywho, that's what I got for you guys. Any questions or anything about that? That's it, man. That's it. Now's our opportunity, right? I mean, I know we've got some athletes on here, some soccer, some football and stuff like that. You know, when the bell rings, when the whistle blows, when the bell rings, it's time to fight it. So that's what we're going to do right now. So guys, kick butt today. If you need me, I'm here for you. Nothing but love for you. Thank you guys. Fire it up. All right, y'all. All right. I'll see ya. Bye.